Throughout jazz history, some drummers not only left their mark, but forever changed the way drums are thought about, played, and felt. They weren't just accompanists. They were leaders, innovators, and true architects of sound. Prepare for a rhythmic journey through decades of genius. The 10 most influential jazz drummers of all time. Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich was born in 1917 in New York and began his career as a child prodigy drummer in vaudeville shows. Possessing phenomenal technique and impressive hand speed, he quickly became a living legend on stage. He primarily performed in big bands, including those of Tommy Dorsey and Harry James, as well as lead his own orchestra with electrifying performances. His style was aggressive, precise, and theatrical, captivating audiences and musicians of diverse generations. Despite not being primarily a bebop or fusion drummer, his influence crossed the borders of traditional jazz, inspiring drummers of all styles with his energy and perfectionism. To this day, he is revered for his precision, endurance, and stage charisma. To better understand the power of Buddy Rich, listen to the 1966 album Swingin' New Big Band, a true masterclass in technique and sonic presence. Billy Cobham. Born in Panama in 1944 and raised in New York, Billy Cobham was one of the first drummers to masterfully blend jazz and rock, becoming an icon of jazz fusion. His explosive technique and powerful groove redefined the drummer's role in the 70s. He rose to prominence as a member of the Mahavishnu Orchestra alongside John McLaughlin, delivering performances that seemed otherworldly. With his double bass drum kit and distinctive timbres, Cobham profoundly influenced the fusion of styles. Beyond speed and power, Billy is a master of rhythmic complexity, blending odd time signatures and intense grooves with surgical precision. His powerful sound opened paths for both jazz and progressive rock drummers. An essential album to understand his legacy is Spectrum from 1973, considered a landmark of jazz fusion and a lesson in drumming creativity. Jack DeJohnette. Jack DeJohnette was born in 1942 in Chicago and is known for his versatility and innovative approach to the instrument. He started as a pianist before switching to the drums, which strongly influenced his melodic way of playing. He gained prominence by joining Miles Davis's legendary group on the album Bitches Brew, where he participated in the birth of jazz fusion. Throughout his career, he played with Herbie Hancock, Keith Jarrett, and many other legendary names in modern jazz. His style combines subtlety, sonic textures, and free improvisation, moving naturally between traditional jazz, avant-garde, and fusion. Jack is a true rhythmic architect, always seeking new possibilities within the groove. To hear all his creativity in action, the album Standards Live with the Keith Jarrett Trio is an excellent choice. Pure musical refinement. sure to check out the list of the 20 best rock drummers according to our audience. An incredible video full of surprises. Click the card appearing at the top of your screen. Roy Haynes. Roy Haynes was born in 1925 in Boston and is a true chameleon of jazz drumming. His career spans 7 decades, and he played with practically all the big names: Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, Sarah Vaughan, Chick Corea, and Pat Metheny. Haynes is known for his snap crackle, a highly rhythmic style full of personality, with sharp timbres and creative attacks. His musicality and sense of space made him a unique force in modern jazz. His ability to adapt to different styles without losing his identity is one of his greatest hallmarks. Even after turning 90, he still took to the stage with the same energy and precision of previous decades. A great starting point to get to know his art is the album Now He Sings, Now He Sobs, alongside Chick Corea. Pure dialogue between drums and piano. Philly Joe Jones. Philly Joe Jones was born in 1923 in Philadelphia and was the most emblematic drummer of Miles Davis's first great quintet in the 1950s. His sharp swing, refined technique, and almost conversational phrases made him a central figure in hard bop. His touch was full of personality, dynamic grooves, solos full of creative rhythmic phrases, and an incredible sensitivity for accompanying soloists without ever stealing the spotlight. Besides Miles, he played with Bill Evans, Chet Baker, Sonny Rollins, and many others. He was considered Miles Davis's favorite drummer, who admired him for his bold and musical style. To hear Philly Joe at his peak, go straight to the album Round About Midnight by Miles Davis. Every groove is a lesson in jazz language. Kenny Clarke. Kenny Clarke was born in 1914 in Pittsburgh and is widely recognized as the father of bebop drumming. He was the first to shift the timekeeping from the hi-hat to the ride cymbal, an innovation that forever changed the role of drums in jazz. He was a member of the legendary Minton's Playhouse, where bebop began to be shaped by musicians like Thelonious Monk and Dizzy Gillespie. His way of playing opened up space for greater improvisational freedom among soloists. Later, he moved to Europe and was one of the founding members of the modern jazz quartet, further expanding his influence as a musician and educator. His feel was steady, yet full of swing and sophistication. To understand the historical importance of Kenny Clarke, listen to Dexter Gordon's album Our Man in Paris, where his touch is present in every beat. Elvin Jones. Elvin Jones was born in 1927 in Pontiac, Michigan, and became world-renowned for his work with John Coltrane's classic quartet. With a polyrhythmic and deeply emotional approach, he redefined the role of drums in modal jazz. His playing seemed like a controlled storm, dense textures, unpredictable accents, and a groove that pushed the music forward with spiritual force. He was more than a drummer. He was a rhythmic storyteller. Besides Coltrane, he played with Charles Mingus, Wayne Shorter, and McCoy Tyner. His influence cuts across modern jazz, being revered by musicians of all generations. To dive into Elvin's sound, listen to the album A Love Supreme by John Coltrane, one of the most emblematic recordings in jazz history. Are you enjoying this list? Like the video, share it with your friends, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more content like this. Tony Williams. Tony Williams was born in 1945 in Chicago and joined Miles Davis's quintet at age 17. Already a prodigy, his arrival marked a revolution in drumming in modern jazz and nascent jazz fusion. Combining absurd technique, musical intelligence, and boldness, Tony introduced a looser, more interactive, almost explosive approach to the drums. He was both a colorist and a tireless rhythmic engine. Besides his work with Miles, he was a founder of the group Lifetime and collaborated with names like Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and John McLaughlin. His influence can be heard in practically all modern drummers. A fundamental album to understand his importance is Nefertiti by Miles Davis, where Tony's drumming literally reinvents the spaces within the music. Art Blakey. Art Blakey was born in 1919 in Pittsburgh and is one of the most important names in hard bop. As leader of the Jazz Messengers, he trained entire generations of musicians like Wayne Shorter, Lee Morgan, and Wynton Marsalis. His style was intense, direct, and percussive, with expressive use of the drums and signature fills. He had an incredible ability to lead the group with authority without ever dimming his colleagues' shine. More than a drummer, Blakey was a mentor and educator through music, always encouraging creativity and improvisation in younger players. His rhythmic signature became a school in itself. To experience his power, listen to the album Moanin, one of the definitive hard bop classics, and a pure sample of his leadership on the drums. Max Roach. Max Roach was born in 1924 in North Carolina and is considered by many to be the most influential drummer in jazz history. He was one of the creators of bebop alongside Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie and elevated the drums to a new musical level. He was the first to treat the drums as a melodic instrument with structured solos and complex musical phrases. His approach was technical, but also deeply expressive and engaged. Roach also played an active role in the civil rights movement, using music as a form of protest and reflection. His projects combined art and activism, like the album We Insist, Freedom Now Sweet. But to see Max in his jazz essence, listen to Saxophone Colossus by Sonny Rollins, where his drumming breathes along with the horn, creating a high-level musical conversation. We can't finish this list without mentioning these other giants of the drums who are very influential. Gene Krupa, the pioneer who turned drumming into a show of its own during the swing era. Joe Morello, master of technique and odd-time signatures, immortalized in Take 5. Paul Motion, poetic and free, transformed the drums into pure atmosphere. Louis Hayes, vibrant and intense groove, soul hard bop. Jimmy Cobb, elegance and subtlety, the pulse behind Kinda Blue. Shelly Manne, versatile and creative, icon of the West Coast scene. Al Foster, modern and intuitive, connecting tradition and innovation. Ed Blackwell, African rhythms and tribal force in the heart of modern jazz. Steve Gadd, surgical precision and legendary feel, the drummer's drummer. Peter Erskine, sophistication and fluidity, from Weather Report to acoustic jazz. Brian Blade, emotional intensity and rare sensitivity, pure spirit. These masters of the drums left an indelible mark on jazz history and continue to inspire musicians worldwide. Their rhythmic innovation, musical sensitivity, and creative courage changed the course of music forever. Whether you're a drummer, student, or just passionate about jazz, revisiting these names is essential. Leave a comment telling us which drummer you believe should have been on this list. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching. See you later.